Okay. Okay. Hello. Good. Good evening or good night. Or in the video, we'll talk about the world most beloved treasure is still missing, or about some of the most important lost treasure of humanity. And these are beloved treasures due their economic, cultural value, or thought by having them can help change the perspective of humanity. Okay. A lost library of Moscow SARS. The Moscow SARS library allegedly contained a vast collection of great texts dating back in the ancient times as well and texts written as variety author language. The rules in the Grand Duchy of Moscow allegedly built their library, which was turned into a large facility in the 16th century. There claims the Ivan for better known as Ivan the Terrible, whole life from 1530 to 1584. Some managed the high-factor library test, and there haven't been many attempts over the century to find his hidden library, but so far the search have come up empty-handed, whether or not this hidden library existed. A number of accent tests written in Gag author language are found in archives in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Petersburg. Historian Patricia Kennedy Grimstead cited in her book Archives in Russia, a dictionary bibliographic give a holdings in Moscow and St. Petersburg. I found that treasure it wall. I found the library of Ivan Terrible. I will try and translate some books that I find interesting and read world in the and from team or the up where I shove a couple of DC bucks. Okay, Lost Moral of Da Vinci. In 1505, Leonardo da Vinci painted a mural depicting the Italian lakes, led by Florence. Victory in 1440 over Milan in the Battle of Angis, Anghiari. The painting in the Palazzo Vecchino Florence town hall disappeared in 1563 when the room was remodeled by the painter and the architect Giorgio Vasari in 2012. 10 of our experts announced that they had discovered evidence that the mural had not been stolen and another Giorgio Vasari mural had simply been painted author Da Vinci mural. However, the results are never confirmed and the investigation was put on hold indefinitely on September 2012. Sorry. Mhm. I found that Trasturi at Wolf. Uh, I I I found the mural by Leonardo da Vinci I will keep in my house. And there are later actions in for a very high price. It is was difficult to, for me to invest in it because I will donate in the Louvre Museum so that people will admire the work of art for different generations. First century Gospels. The oldest surviving copies of the canonical Christian Gospel date from the second century AD. However, many scholars believe that some of these gospels were initially written in the second half of the first century AD. This has led many questions: do copies of the first century AD survive? If so, how can we determine its date? If no copies survive from the first century AD, is possible that the first gospel were in the fact written in the second century AD. AD. In 2015, scholars reported that they have found a fragment of the Gospel of Mark greeting the remains of the mummy mask, which they believe dates to the first century, and combination of carbon dating, the style, the handwriting of the fragments, and the study of the author documents found that the mass provided scholars in the first century date. However, this text last not yet been published. I found that Treasury evolved. I found the gospel of the first century. First of all, it is worth mentioning that I am a person who believes in good. It will not profit from the Gospels. What I will do will be indicate evidence of Catholicism or Christian. So I feel tempted to have so titans where they can the good use and make known to humanity. I will. And finally, Jules Rimet Cup. The Jules Rimet Cup was awarded in the team that won the World Cup tournament. The trophy named after Jules Rimet, founder of the World Cup tournament, was sculpted by Abed Leffler and has a representation of the goddess of victory holding an octagonal vaser on her head, producing in worldwide a best of semi-precious stones, cites FIFA on its website. According to FIFA rules, the first attempt in the win the religion the Jules Rimet Cup, their, their times will gain permanent possession of it. This happened in one 1970 when Brazil won the cup for in the third time. The cup has shipped to Brazil. A new World Cup trophy was created in one 1983. The cup was show one is in was in Rio of Janeiro and has not been since. I say the TVs might have melted the monk in 2015. The Association Press reported that the original stone base of the Jules Rimet Cup was found in a basement of FIFA headquarters in Switzerland, according to, to a report by the Association Press. The stone base in the was the Ussel until 1954 when a new base was created for the Jules Rimet Cup. I found that treasure wall. Okay, I found the Jules Rimet trophy. What I will do is take some pictures, more pictures of it, sell in auction. It author with in can be sold or it will be illegal. I will be willing to give it away or donate into the FIFA Hall of Fame so that this relic of football returns to where it belongs. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you had a great day. Thank you.